Well, I'm going to start this video over here at Volcano Bay and work my way towards the parks. Every time I think they're finished with construction at Volcano Bay, no, there's more. Now they're finally working on this area down here, which had been dirt, but it looks like they were going to do something with it. It's just more places for the buses to stop. We now resume Aventura, already in progress. Looks like the windows are just about finished. I have some more to do to put in up there, and then that'll be it. Someone explain why the first floor is taller. Oh, where's my finger? Someone explain why the first floor is taller than the rest. The ceiling isn't going to be any taller in that room, so it's like that at Cabana Bay as well. I don't understand the point. I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. Coming down this ramp here, we can see more of that construction. I think they're getting ready for the rainy season. I guess last year people were complaining that they were getting wet from the rain as they were leaving. Either that or they just usual whining about Florida sun. More walls over here, right by the entrance. Interesting. I didn't expect to see walls up here. And a fence over here. When you walk in, this is the entrance. It should be obvious. People go over there. That's group sales. Unless you are with a group, you don't need to go over there. Oh wow, that wall goes all the way back over there. I'm really hoping that these look nicer someday, so they don't look like something out of a military installation. So if you come here and think, if you're heading to Volcano Bay and thinking that it's February, well, for a little bit longer, it can't be that busy. It's pretty busy today. And they are wetting down the concrete. Remember, this is an on and off thing, so if you notice that they're off, they will come back on. Once again, I'm going to emphasize that if you're here and you want to use a life vest, please don't carry it around all day. There are plenty in every attraction, and they only run out because people don't put them back. Although honestly, they don't really run out. It was just that's the first one people saw, so they grabbed them, even if they didn't need them at the time. It is 11:59 a.m. and the POG station is closed. And the park's not empty either. My mistake, this Dippin' Dots. Forgot to mention that Hanu and Iko Moana are closed due to seasonal maintenance. But now that I'm here, I'm showing you that. And this is the effects of chlorine. I might actually go and take another helicopter ride. Oh, there it is. And my autofocus is like, what am I focusing on? I don't get it. So leave a comment below if you want to see me go on a blurry helicopter ride. Well, the helicopter ride won't be blurry, just the helicopter is right now. As I mentioned, the sprinklers do cycle on and off because it would be a waste of water to run them all the time, and they're effective still with the main cycling on and off. Up here, I believe that's leftover hurricane damage. I thought they would have fixed it by now. Maybe it's not as easy to, I think there was something there. Maybe I'm wrong. No, there was. I guess it's not as easy to order custom parts like that. Something like that, I would think they would have extras ordered so they can put them up as soon as they need to, but well, hopefully they'll do that in the future. I mean, yeah, it works, it functions, it looks okay, it just needs parts. Looks like the frogs are surviving this time, that's good. I'm also not going to be here for very long because well, I don't have a bathing suit. And also I have a few other things I want to cover in the other parks, and I work tonight. I don't know why Walk Away Way is so empty. As mentioned in a previous video, you cannot use a tube in Tewa, the Fearless River anymore, which is something I don't like the idea of, but that's what they decided on. Yeah, I don't know either. Once again, no chance for POGs. It is 12:14 p.m. and this is already closed. Meaning, of course, it never opened. Well, that's all for Volcano Bay for today. I will come back, of course, many more times. Ride some things next time. I will try Tewa. It's been so long, I'm probably saying it wrong. But I can only go with my GoPro, not even my stabilizer, because the stabilizer is rainproof, but not waterproof. It cannot be submerged and, you know, actually work again. Time to take a quick trip to Cabana Bay. We are now in the no yell zone, where every vlogger speaks like they're narrating a golf tournament. Now, before I forget, this is the construction that we saw before while I was getting off the bus. And over here, they're also doing some other work. I'm not going back on the bus, so that's why I'm not showing you that from the bus. Going into the hotels and the parks. And now over here is another look at, of course, Aventura. From this side, you see there's a few more windows to be put in up here, but it's very close to being finished. Found out this is going to stay like that. And this up here is the lounge. I'm still debating whether or not I want to stay here. I would like to get some video of the rooms, just check it out, but I live so close to it. I don't like going to a hotel that I live closer than an hour and a half, 2 hours from, because it just seems silly. I just go home. I used to stay on site here because I used to live 3+ hours away. In that case, especially when I'm staying until 2 a.m. for Halloween Horror Nights, yeah. I tried driving home once and I was falling asleep. So back to the hotel. This is where the pool deck is going to be. My eyes are very bad on this screen, so if it's ever blurry, it always looks blurry to me, so I'm just trusting that the autofocus is doing its job. And that's about all I can show you from over here. Now on to, I have to actually shoot some stuff for an upcoming series on the on-site hotels, but for this video, now on to the parks. Take a pause here on the walkway to show you the bead trees, which unfortunately have lots of beads. This is something that some team members are going to have to come out and clean, so please don't do this. But here they are. In case you missed it, what used to be Element is going to be, as you see, Voodoo Donuts. It's kind of unfortunate that it's not going to be open in time for Mardi Gras, but they are obviously working on it right now. And once it's open, I will go check it out and let you know what it's like. But right now, that's all you get because it's all blocked off on the inside. Oh yes, also over here in City Walk, there is an area set up to watch the Olympics if for some reason you want to do that. In case you have to watch athletes compete with your country's flag to make you feel better about where you live. Me, if I was at a theme park as a guest, I'd rather play in a theme park and watch the Olympics later, because you can do that, you know. Of course, you can also purchase alcohol when the area is open and order from the menu. What menu? The Nbc Sports Grill. This is where you'll watch the Olympics. It's usually on this television and this, well, it's the monitors, but this monitor and this monitor, and they usually have this graphic here. Right now, it's just the normal video loop that they have playing the rest of the year. Unfortunately, this bar is set up right in the best spot to take a picture of the globe, even though most people still go over there. The good thing is, unlike 2 years ago, you can still take this route from the boats up here. This was completely blocked 2 years ago. It's not fun. Still working on my Mardi Gras video, but I've been working 7 days a week, so it makes it kind of hard. Also, Universal is refurbishing these stars. At first I thought, well, that doesn't match. But I believe they will eventually look like this when they are finished with them. In case you weren't aware, the Cinematic Spectacular is being revamped. I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but one of my team leads says it's going to be really cool, which means to me that he knows and he can't tell me. It hasn't looked this empty in here in years. If you're not aware, there were barges in here. I'll go show you one. There's only one left. They're starting to take it apart. Keep forgetting to come over and show you this. There also were water jets in the, well, water. Those have been taken out too. Random spot to park a personal watercraft. Now, way back in the day, there was a stunt show that happened on this water. I'd love to see it come back, but it won't. Okay, guests, why would you throw beads over here? Also, these are the, I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but this is for moving lights. They're putting them outside because the lights themselves are not waterproof. So this solves that problem. And you can see that they took some of the barge with it when they removed some of these. Just like before, this cart between South Street and New York is back. Here's a nice look at what the barge looks. I'm calling it a barge. I don't know if that's correct. It's more like a floating dock, I think. But this is what it looks like when it's completely stripped. And those are the holes where the lights were before I showed you. And sorry, I keep forgetting to come over and show this to you. When I'm working, I like, oh yeah, I should, and then I forget. But this is what this looked like after it's been partially stripped down. Soon, this will be completely gone. They've even dragged these in, which used to be floating out in the middle. These were for the projectors. I don't know if they're going to go back in. I would think so, like back further in. They're in the water. But for right now, this is where they are. Unless these are new. I don't think these are new. But there is a projector. It's hard to see from here, but there is a projector in at least one of those, probably both. Another angle. So if you're coming to Universal in the very near future, you'll be able to see these up close, closer than you've ever been able to see them. But they're rapidly being disassembled, so you might not get to see it. Sorry, I kept forgetting to show you this. I'm gonna try to come back and show you more parts of it as it's being disassembled. More stages of its disassembly, I guess. Okay, from this side, I was over there. I think I broke the 180 roll. This has no projector in it, but this one did. I saw from over there. And again, another look. Used to say Universal along here, but they've already taken those letters off. Well, whatever they're planning on doing to replace, see, that's one of those that had a projector in it, I believe. Whatever they're doing to replace the show that was here, they left all the anchors in place. So that's the biggest clue I have. Biggest hint that might signal what they're doing. I really want to see the stunt show return. There's nothing to see in here during the day. They can still have their nighttime show, but I'm not in charge, so. Well, that's about all I can think of to show you. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, I had to come back the next day to record this. Popeye and Pluto's Bilge-Ride Barges, which is my favorite attraction in Islands of Adventure, is closed right now until the 10th of March for its annual renovations. And because of that, they ship the Olive, which is back there, is also closed. But it will return usually around February, so I'm surprised it's closed this late in the year, because at this point it's definitely warm enough to ride it, but this is what the ride looks like when it's empty. Alright, we now resume the video shot on my camera instead of my phone. So that is the end of this video. Remember, I am on Patreon. If you would like to pledge $1 a month, that will help me with my videos. If you pledge $2 a month, your name will be at the end of every single I'll end a video as long as you're a patron. If you pledge $3, it'll be at the beginning of the video. So please check out my Patreon page. I'm gonna leave you with some images of Mardi Gras. Thanks for watching this video all the way through, and please exit through the gift shop. This bench keeps going from behind the fence to in front of the fence to behind the fence. I know it's more interesting to see this at night, but